Why did democratic centralism lead to purges and repression? Imagine a system where everyone is supposed to have a say, but once a decision is made, everyone must follow it without question. That's the idea behind democratic centralism. It's a key principle in Leninist communist parties. It combines open debate with strict unity in action. Members are encouraged to discuss and criticize proposals freely. But once a vote is taken, everyone is expected to support and carry out the decision. The goal is to keep the party united and prevent factions from forming. Lenin and other early communists saw factions as a threat to the party's ability to act decisively, especially during revolutions. In theory, democratic centralism tries to balance internal discussion with disciplined action. But in practice, it often shifted toward more central control. As communist parties gained power, decision-making moved away from broad debate. Party congresses, which should be places for discussion, became more ceremonial. Real power concentrated in the hands of a small leadership group. This made it harder for dissenting voices to survive. Criticism was seen as disloyalty or even sabotage. Because the system demanded absolute unity, any opposition or internal criticism could be labeled as factionalism or counter-revolution. Leaders justified purges, removing party members they saw as disloyal, by claiming it was necessary to protect the party and the revolution. Repression was framed as defending the collective will of the working class against enemies like spies or class enemies. This environment created a climate where dissent was dangerous and could lead to punishment. From the communist point of view, especially as explained by Lenin and his followers, purges and repression weren't flaws but necessary tools. They believed the new socialist states faced constant threats from internal enemies and external imperialists. Maintaining strict discipline and unity was seen as vital for survival. The party, as the vanguard of the working class, had to act decisively and eliminate internal threats to keep the revolution alive. However, critics argue that this focus on unity and discipline often turned into abuse of power. The mechanisms meant to prevent factions could be used to silence rivals and concentrate authority. Over time, the original idea of democratic centralism, allowing discussion but enforcing unity, got overshadowed by centralized control. Leaders used repression to stay in power and eliminate any opposition, claiming it was for the good of the revolution. So, democratic centralism led to purges and repression because it prioritized unity over open debate. It created a system where dissent was dangerous and could be punished. While it was meant to strengthen the party and the revolution, in reality it often resulted in the concentration of power and suppression of disagreement. This is how the principle, intended to promote disciplined action, sometimes became a tool for control and repression.